Tell them come get us. CT
We
Kia
back
Boys
with
in the
another
city.
one,
They
y'all.
still can't
Let's
catch
get
shit.
it. Damn
If
Kia
you were to raise kids right
Boys.
now, what's the main thing you tell them as far as steps for success in life?
Go get you any flat hat, any USB cord, and go get you any car you want.
Nigga, you in
Damn.
CT, BPT. You know how we do it over here. Big 203 shit.
And BPT stands for Bridgeport, right?
Yeah, CT Kia
Hey,
Boys.
these Kia Boys is
You'd
wild.
be surprised when you first do it for real. You're like, how is that so easy? For me, I could take that shit down in one shot. So it'd take 10 seconds.
Hand bleed this shit. Y'all see this shit? What the fuck? Cut yourself, right? These niggas here, bro. And they in Connecticut. Hey, I don't hear too much about Connecticut.
My name is Andrew, a journalist from Seattle, and for the past couple years, I've been following an online trend called the Kia
This
Boys
nigga.
after I first discovered a documentary by Tommy G, filmed in Milwaukee,
Hey, watch this.
Too shiesty
depicting
on.
brazen teenage car thieves who seem to be able to steal Hyundais and Kias with nothing but a flathead screwdriver or a USB cord. And very quickly after their discovery, the Kia Boy method and Kia Boy culture spread from Milwaukee across the entire country and broke headlines nationwide.
The next time you see a Kia or a Hyundai with a broken window and without a license plate, it's probably a stolen car.
Have you heard of Kia Boys car thefts?
This
The
is
screech
wild.
of stolen cars can
What
be
is
heard
this? Like they
ripping
doing it for
through
no
roads,
reason.
People running for their life up there, dude?
terrorizing
Like,
residents,
look.
catching the attention of police, who
Fuck
increasingly
you
are
doing,
chasing
my
down
nigga?
teenagers following an online trend, stealing cars and posting videos of their joyrides.
In an effort
Is
to
that how
learn
you
more
get
about
your
the
rep
Kia
up in your
Boys,
game?
I went down a strange social media rabbit hole into secret group chats with Kia Boys from different cities around the country, many of whom seemed to operate in plain sight without fear and had public Instagram profiles and TikTok pages where they documented themselves from a first-person perspective, stealing Kias, joyriding, and of course, crashing them. But among the hundreds of
Damn.
active Kia Boy pages, there was nobody quite as fearless and brazen as the Connecticut Kia Boys. Every day they posted 2 or 3 new cars and seemed to enjoy engaging Connecticut police
Look
in
at the police
high-speed
chasing they
chases.
dumb ass.
Take that nigga up to New Haven.
At first, I thought this was some kind of joke page, and maybe the Kia Boys were just being funny and using Connecticut as a locational decoy to mislead police. After all, Connecticut, known for beautiful Yale University,
Ever.
and Manhattan commuters who live in luxurious mansions upstate, isn't exactly what comes to mind when visualizing a playground for petty auto theft. But after some research, I was able to make contact with the ringleader of the Connecticut Kia Boys, a perhaps Caucasian young man named Swervo, who agreed to meet with me in the backyard of a construction site for an introductory interview.
Swervo.
Yo, I'm YK Swervo.
So for not charge.
Bruh.
Nigga, I'm CT Kia Boys.
CT Kia Boys is on top. No other Kia Boys
How are you
competing with us,
CT
you know
Kia
what I'm
Boys?
saying?
And that's
So
the
what does it
name
mean
of
to
the
be a
game,
Kia
nigga.
boy?
What's
To
your
be a
nickname,
Kia boy, bro, I feel like a lot of y'all get it wrong, bro. A
Fuck
lot of y'all
wrong with you?
just think y'all could take these cars or like y'all doing these cars, y'all going like for me 1 minute chases and y'all crash, y'all get booked. That is not a Kia boy, nigga. You take a Kia, you get lit, nigga.
I'm still not understanding
You do
their
not get caught. This is not what we do. CT Kia boys do not get caught. Hello?
what's
for
your
you, what got
point
you
though
started
in
doing
doing
this,
it? I don't-
Yeah, I don't know. I just started doing it, feel me? Came with the money.
So it's primarily a money-making endeavor.
Yeah.
What about you?
How?
I started just cause
Gotta crash
someone
them
left their
hoes.
keys in the car. You know what I'm saying? I was like, bet. And then, you know what I'm saying? I was scrolling on Instagram actually, and I see some TikTok shit of them taking the V. I was like, oh, that's how you do it?
Fire in the hole.
So I was like, bet. It's crazy. At first, yo, we really started on some, oh, everybody doing this shit. We could probably get popped. We could just do this shit, see how it work. And they was like, yo, we should record this shit. We could get lit.
How much money y'all think they getting from this shit, bro?
Nigga, 40,000 followers later, we're the biggest on IG.
As the CT Kia Boys Instagram following has grown, so have the number of car thefts in the New Haven area.
Let's
In
keep this
fact,
shit G.
they've nearly
How much
tripled
money y'all
since their
think they
page
get from
launched in
this?
early 2023. And local news anchors blame TikTok.
The TikTok challenge has gone too far.
My ignition is busted. My whole car is dented in.
But it was what happened after her car was found that shocked her. CT Kia Kia Boy's Instagram page. She had multiple pictures and videos of her car being driven by what New Haven police say are a group of minors.
So Connecticut is, you know, kind of emerging on the map as like the center of the Kia shit because of you guys.
Hell yeah,
Hell,
CT
you put the
up,
stay
you
on
know
the
what I'm
map.
saying? You know what we
CT
did,
up,
bro.
y'all know what's
Get
going
rid of
on.
him in the
gotta
end, 'cause he
remember
gonna
us.
snitch on y'all.
He
He gonna be the first
They're
one to
called
open his
TikTok
damn mouth,
Kia Boys.
and he gonna get y'all ass locked
The
up. He
news
gonna
like
tell
to
y'all
target
for
TikTok. So whatever's on
Martavius.
TikTok, they're gonna say that's a
I
TikTok
was with
trend, that's a
Jonathan and
TikTok challenge. But this
Martavius.
shit was never for
Look at him.
TikTok.
TikTok trends are making Kia owners nervous.
Bruh.
It's a trend on TikTok, a
They
how-to
sneaking
on
on
stealing
it.
Kias and
They stupid
Hyundais.
nowadays,
The
bro.
thefts are a viral criminal sensation popularized by social media posts
On TikTok.
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 Like, how much
We
are
never
you
did this for
getting
the
from
internet.
taking a
We
Kia?
just found out an easier way to steal cars, you feel me?
For those
Well,
unfamiliar,
Hyundai.
what is the method?
Hyundai, whatever.
Nigga, all y'all boys need, man, one of these, yo. Y'all need one of these? Everybody over here got a screwdriver.
Everybody-
We
This is
never
your
slacked.
best friend,
You
bro.
guys all have screwdrivers.
Hell yeah. Then you
Niggas
hop in
ain't
that
out there
shit,
carrying
put
rods,
that
they got
shit right under your
screwdrivers.
windshield wipers. Take that hoe. Nigga, you get it sometimes in one, sometimes you need to put that in the ignition. You break that
Everybody
shit
put on a
off.
flathead.
Grab y'all USB, grab
Bruh,
y'all screwdriver.
really?
Depends on what type of car it is, and then we out.
Wow,
You be
John.
surprised when you first do it for real. You're like, how is that so easy? For me, I
Ain't
could
no
take
way.
that shit down in one shot. So it
That shit
takes 10
crazy,
seconds.
bro.
But sometimes the ignition will stay and don't come off in one shot. So you just stick it in the ignition, boom, done.
So how many Kias numerically do you think you've been able to steal in the past year?
When I
My
see
nigga,
my
they been
car
doing
play,
this since the 80s.
Like how many cars you've connected to on that iPhone?
and I say this isn't even all of them. This how easy it is.
Holy shit.
Always had a V.
Sorry about the
You
cigar,
see
y'all.
Kia, Sonata, Tucson. We be in Tucson's a lot. We always
And you
chasing
got it in
money,
your
you know what I'm saying?
phone,
We
like,
go
bro.
out, jug. We always trying to come up, you feel me?
When interviewing career criminals, they always say they do it for the money. But one question I like to ask is, how do you spend the money? For example, in Philadelphia, when I interviewed two
I'm
brothers
definitely
who
coming
were in
back with a
charge of
part two.
manufacturing trank, an oftentimes lethal fentanyl horse tranquilizer hybrid that can make your arms fall off. They said, we do it for the money.
I like money.
But they almost always spend this money on the dumbest shit imaginable. What's your favorite way to spend money, like after you get it?
Bitches, food, like fancy cars, jewelry, Dodge Charger, Hellcat, like Grand Cherokee. I like
haters.
pastas. I like pizza. I like steak.
Don't be
Most
them, bro.
important, man. I'm
For
a
real.
lame type guy.
Oh, nice. I wondered how the Kia boys spent their earnings. After you guys get money, how do you like to spend it?
Shit, me, I'm coming up. I'm going to buy some purples, feel me? I'm going to get some shoes. I'm going to get dripped out, straight dripped out. And I'm finna go cop me a big ass pack too, literally. Hell yeah.
Yeah. You
We
need
all
some
buy the same
jeans, you
shit.
need some hoodies.
Purple, Amiri, LV Off-White, Kasubi, fucking Essentials, Maverick.
Ain't that one nigga trying to
What
save
y'all
some
want?
money.
Sponsor us, hey man. You trying to get sponsorship by Nike, yo, them new waterproof Air Forces? Yo, we gonna need them.
Yeah, these are the Kia. This is the official Kia Boys
Shut
shoe.
your goofy
Black
ass.
Forces.
Black
Long
horses are
ass
pretty universally known as a crime
Boats,
shoe.
nigga.
It seems that the deep state of
Nigga had some
metrosexual
ships.
European fashionistas have been
Titanics.
truly successful in their 15-year plan to achieve psychic control over the minds of
Black
America's
folks,
inner city youth by paying
some
rappers to wear
goofies, y'all. Don't be
overpriced
them.
designer bullshit, and by means of idol worship have effectively turned their useless garments into status symbols
I
that
feel
are
you,
only
homie, but
recognized
they
by the
either
ultra
gonna
poor
end
and
up
uber
dying
rich. But that's
from
besides the
flipping
point.
that car,
As somebody
wrecking
who's
it
never
and
actually
shit, or they gonna
stolen
go
a
to
car,
jail.
the hardest part to me seems like
Like,
reselling the car.
They
not getting
minors,
caught
so
doing
they.
it.
I don't know.
The hardest part seems to be like, in my mind,
Parents can
selling
come
the
pick 'em
car
up.
sounds pretty difficult, right?
Nah.
Then they gonna do it
That's
all
easy.
over again.
Everybody want a V.
V is Kia boy slang for vehicle. Now, if a car sells for like $25,000 market, how much do you get if you resell it on the black market?
It depends what it is. Like a Kia is gonna go for less. All if it has all the windows, it's gonna go for more. You feel me? Or if you have some key shit, it's gonna go for even more.
Even like, again,
Give us-
like you said, we get some key shit. You sold that shit for like 500. That shit only took us 20 minutes to go get.
$500 for a cut down Kia.
Kia, you only getting
$100.
$100 in the hood for that shit. $50. That's it.
Yeah, somebody want to slide in that shit.
Hold on, you're only getting $50 to $100 for these cars.
Hit us.
$100
$100.
for a Kia.
Hell yeah.
I couldn't believe they were reselling their Kias for $50 to $100 a piece. But it made sense. They said their primary customers were people in the hood who were going
These
to
niggas is
slide, which means
crazy,
to commit
bro.
a robbery or murder
These
in
niggas
said vehicle.
is crazy.
and probably abandon said vehicle after the theoretical murder or robbery is finished taking place. It's not like the Kia boys are taking trips to the scrapyard or posting the car on Craigslist. They're essentially procuring getaway vehicles for older members of their community for a one-time use, which would explain why almost every morning after the Kia boys make off with a Kia or Hyundai, it's found abandoned somewhere in New Haven. But sliding and reselling aside, the Kia boys are essentially making McDonald's minimum wage with 5 times or maybe 500 times the risk.
So if y'all can just do me a favor, just leave a bunch of money in y'all car for me. Like, I'd appreciate it. Cause like I said, bro, fuck
RC Media.
Fuck RC Media.
Kevin Morris is serious. You need to come get us. You need to come get us. I don't know what you doing. You lacking. Let me catch you with your V out in New Haven. You feel me?
You tripping, bitch. My money is in my car.
Fat ass nigga.
And then if nigga, like my money is with me, dog, at all times. If I'm in the car, it's with me.
I should do exit your V, like.
Fuck that nigga and his birthday.
Who is he? Like, what does he do?
Bro, he posts.
They piss me off too.
He think he a cop. Like, he's a weirdo.
He a drug addict turned wannabe cop.
Kevin is like a Kia boy vigilante.
You like a Kia boy hunter for real, like. Yeah, that's his new name. Like, he a Kia boy hunter, like. What the fuck go with you?
This is where things start to get even more interesting. As we've learned from Batman, The Punisher, and John Wick, the true enemy of every shadowy crime syndicate is not the police, but a vigilante, a rugged anti-hero, an elusive arbiter of justice who lurks in the shadows and striking fear into the cold hearts of the
got to do with them stealing cars and selling them for $100 to $50, my nigga?
And the nemesis of the Kia boys apparently was a self-described New Haven crime watchdog named Kevin Morse, who they said drives an unmarked Dodge Charger and uses drones, night vision goggles, and advanced GPS tracking techniques to stalk the Kia boys through the night. I knew that using the power of Facebook, it wouldn't take too long to track Kevin Morse down. And the next thing you know, there I was, face to face with the sworn enemy of the Kia boys.
My name is Kevin Morse. I'm the owner and operator of On Sea Media, New Haven County. This is a samurai sword. I don't know, live by the sword, die by the sword. People try to intimidate me and threaten my life and all these different things to try to get me to stop doing what we're doing.
Fuck RC Media.
Fuck RC Media. Kevin Morris can suck my dick.
Fuck that nigga and his birthday.
That's not going to happen because I live by the sword and I die by the sword. So I will die before I stop On Sea Media and whatever we're trying to do with the fentanyl and all that.
So how do you spend your days working for On Sea Media?
Well, I would say that we try to, give the community that we serve, New Haven County, real-time, real information about what's going on, the crime. As soon as I wake up, I'm usually several messages behind from the overnight stuff that came in. And pretty much I open my phone and we usually have direction from there. So somebody's car got stolen, their dog is missing, their son or daughter's missing. The cops are over here, the fire truck's over there. So that's kind of it. I mean, I literally wake up to phone calls and messages, and that kind of creates our direction outside of anything else we're trying to do advertising for people. Yep.
So who are the Kia boys? According to the Kia boys, Kevin has no idea who they are.
I would say that the Kia boys are small neighborhood groups that get together and, they'll go, it seems like they go out 11 o'clock at night until like 8 in the morning and just start popping door handles and, steal as many Kias and Hyundais as they can in a night.
If you're in Connecticut, do not get a Kia or a Hyundai.
Kids? Young kids, I would say between 11 and 16 years old. Is the core, male and female. We got a crew right now calling themselves the Kia Girls.
There's Kia Girls.
Oh, hell yeah, but we love our Kia Girls. But I shit like, the Kia Girls just make this shit better for us.
Real shit. They bring a different energy.
Oh, that chicken ass. And then stop. Kia Girls. Yeah, they turn. I'm so.
It blows my mind how anybody can commit crimes and then post them on their story or on their platform and it just be okay. The repercussions and the consequences, I'm not even sure what they are today. You had people shooting people and basically walking right out of jail with low bonds. So it's bad. I mean, these hundreds and hundreds of cars are being stolen. And not only that, the crimes that they're committing in these stolen cars. I mean,
They
we watch
got hoes out here
them pull
with
guns,
flathead,
showing guns, all types of things,
stealing kills and hunting.
damaging the stolen vehicles
They
that they
shaking ass
took.
while they-
We posted a video where a guy, it was broad daylight, the guy realized on his
funny,
cameras
bro,
that
but
his
it's-
car was being taken.
it's like,
He
bro,
runs out the front
damn.
door and jumps on the hood of the car, begging them to stop, and they take off. You know, it's all on video. That to me is insane that somebody even has to deal with that. What started to happen maybe like a year ago, we would post a stolen car on our page, make like a little flyer, and then boom, it would pop up on the Connecticut Kia Boys story, them in that car that we just posted. So they basically kind of mock us.
These little motherfuckers is on 10, nigga, 20. Kia boys and Kia girls, you know, coming with the part 2. Oh, part 2 gonna be the Kia girls. I gotta see what they own,
They're
bro.
constantly messaging us to try to get me to come out there and chase them and film them and record them, which is just not something that we're looking to do. This is a message that they sent me here. Yo, white boy, you're always got to be on the cop's dick. You must like they dick in your mouth. Go in the house. And it's getting to the point now where they're stealing cars, calling me, crashing the cars, calling me so we can go cover it. We're not doing that nonsense. You know, I've been trying. I message they all message me on Instagram just about every day, threatening
Them
my
little niggas
life,
gonna end up getting hurt.
all types of stuff. I mean, I've
Telling you.
literally been to where they've recovered a stolen Kia. The parents come to the scene and they pretty much sign some papers and they get released to their parents. And then I've seen where the kid says, F you, mom, I'm out.
You guys moms know you're doing the shit?
Shit, low key, I don't even know.
No.
Yeah, I don't know.
No.
You think they'd be like disappointed?
That
feel me? I think.
No.
Yeah.
We need the parents of these kids to try to do something. I don't know.
Real
For
nigga,
your
bro. Yeah, my
children,
mama know I'm
the
doing this
impact
shit.
that it has.
I
You know,
mean,
I talk
shit,
to
what she
all
gonna do
the
about it? That's
victims.
fucked
They
up.
call us to post their pages, or post their
Some
car on the page.
pussies. I mean,
People
my bad,
crying,
YouTube, I'm
all
sorry.
types of stuff. You know that they
Don't
have to
block me.
deal with. Everybody thinks because you have insurance, you're okay, but it's much bigger than that.
Is there a part of you that like ever feels bad for the car owner?
Hell nah. Cause it just is what it is, you know what I'm saying? That's what insurance for. Some people even ask us to take their keys. They're like, we got these payments, come take this shit. We'll leave it unlocked even, just total it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn, so they out
we
there
never
letting
really
them
personally
take it
did
just
that
so they can
shit.
get some insurance
But people
money?
ask us though, you know what I'm saying? But
I
I'll
ain't
never
gonna say
feel
it.
bad.
Yeah,
Come
but
get back, you feel me? What y'all gonna do about it? It just is what it is. They'll recover from it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Everybody recovers at the end of the day. Life goes on.
As I learned in Philadelphia when interviewing the trank dealers, almost every criminal has built up a fortress of mental justifications to protect them from guilt and responsibility in the suffering of others. In Philly, it was that drug addiction would exist with or without them, and if they stopped dealing, somebody else would just take their place. And for the Kia Boys, it's all about insurance. And since 91% of cars in Connecticut are insured with complete theft protection, no harm, no foul, right?
At the end of the day, I know y'all got insurance, or for me, y'all get back in a certain way. Again, like a lot of niggas, for me, y'all have jobs, y'all make bread, y'all don't gotta worry about it. Y'all niggas ain't come up from the trenches.
At first, I honestly bought this explanation. I'd like to imagine that if I had my car stolen, I wouldn't take it too personally. I'd just keep pushing, file a claim, collect a check, and move on. But truth be told, I've never actually had my car stolen. And in my conversations with Kia Boy hunter Kevin Morse, he explained to me that for Kia owners, even if they get their car back in just a couple days, the impact it has on their life is devastating.
I was parked at work and I was there all day. When I went and got out of work, my car was gone from the parking lot.
And what do you think happened?
The kids were probably just casing the parking lot because there's no security there.
Imagine
so they
you
just look for Kias. My car sticks out like a sore thumb.
working all day for like 10 hours, and you come outside, your fucking car gone. Cause this little nigga done stole your car.
Local teenagers have nothing better to do. I don't really know the answer. The cops seem to know who it is, but they won't press charges.
How did this all make you feel?
Anxious. I'm mad. I've been a wreck for 3 weeks. I'm just not myself. I don't eat, I don't sleep, I'm afraid to leave my house.
And why do you think having your car stolen had such a profound psychological impact on you?
Because I feel violated. My sense of
Bitch,
safety
buy a
is gone, my
BMW.
sense of security.
They stealing Kias and Hondas.
They were in my car, they
Buy
maybe
something
know where I
else.
live. I don't know if that's their MO, but
Or move.
it's just, I don't feel safe. It's just turned my life upside down. Like I
They
don't
ain't shooting shit though.
want to go
They
out
ain't doing nothing,
anywhere. I
just
don't want to
stealing
go to the
your damn
store.
car.
I don't want to do anything.
Are you kind of pissed at Kia for making it this easy to get your car jacked?
100%. Kia should pay for, and Hyundai should both pay for all of this. Like the emotional stress that I'm under and what this caused.
You can yank the.
You can't replace that with money.
They gotta put a USB in that motherfucking ignition.
With where I'm at financially,
I'd be pissed too.
But they're just dragging their feet on it.
Did you reach out to anybody else other than the police when your car got stolen?
I did, On Scene Media. Kevin at On Scene Media has been phenomenal. I don't know how he tolerates me.
Midway through this journalistic mission, I started to resent the Kia boys a little bit and realized that I do have an emotional connection to my car. A 2006 Toyota Tacoma that I call Truckee. If you run the Carfax on Truckee, it's virtually valueless. Rebuilt engine, 200,000 miles on it, and the stereo is pretty much fried. But
come on, man, get to the Kia boys and the Kia girls.
I'd be kind of pissed if I saw someone dig a screwdriver into my shit, had no idea who they were, and then went on Instagram and saw them joyriding Truckee without asking Truckee's dad if they could even do it. And thinking more about it, I don't even have car insurance. Let's move on. I'm not here to examine the psychological impact that car theft has on the mind. I'm here to understand the underlying motivations behind the Connecticut Kia boys. Surely there must be something deeper to them than a material desire for black Air Forces and Cartier buttons. After interviewing the Kia car theft victim, Swervo told me they just got a new V, this time though a Mazda, and wanted to do another interview.
I told her to get another car.
Hey guys, what are we doing?
Yeah, just chilling, cooling. Hell yeah. Ain't the life, feel me? Yo, Kia boys up here.
They told me they'd spent the afternoon attempting to steal Kias and getting into police chases, a typical day in the life of the CT Kia boys.
Got into a little chases, turned up a little bit, feel me? Regular day shit.
How was today like level 1 through 10 in terms of excitement?
This was this was like a 4. We could have did some more shit, feel me? But Visa's not clicking for some reason.
What does clicking mean?
Not busting, not opening, feel me?
So you think Kia's doing a good job at making their shit harder to steal?
Oh yeah, definitely now.
Usually, like, the ones in the driveways and apartments don't got the update, but the ones in the street, people are going to usually have the update.
It was way easier before, now it's way harder. We can't hop on those V's for real.
Hyundai and Kia are holding events across the country to install free software upgrades aimed to preventing car thefts.
Kia and Hyundai developed the software for millions of their vehicles.
Even better, the software will be provided to vehicle owners free of charge.
Attention, if you're a Kia or Hyundai owner watching this right now, if you go to a local dealership, they will install the new software update for free, which makes it so the screwdriver or USB cord trick won't work to start your car.
What's up, YouTube? As we learned in the streets of Connecticut, it's a shiesty world out there. And if you're a Hyundai or Kia owner, I want you to be safe. But more importantly, if you're surfing the web, I also want you to be safe from malware, scammers, hackers, and restrictive countries that don't let you go to the websites that you want to, homie. So straight up, I'm gonna keep it real with you guys. This episode is sponsored by NordVPN. Boom, you're in there. Keep loved ones, especially grandparents who aren't too well versed in cybersecurity, away from malware and scammers. Boom, you're in there. Right now, you can go to www.nordvpn.com/channel5 and sign up for a 2-year plan with a huge discount by using code CHANNEL5. Like I said, it'll get you a huge discount and also 4 free additional months. That's 4 entire months.
Cause I'm reacting
possibly
to this video.
120 calendar days that you can use NordVPN at a discount rate if you use my code, bro. Protect your IP
like you on GTA.
Boom, you're in there.
And now
watch
look
my
at you
movie
now.
on HBO from any country on earth and just say you're in America so you can see it on Max. Boom, you're in there. And hey, if you don't like it and you feel like NordVPN isn't really working or doing what we said it would do, there's a 30-day money-back guarantee. So, truth be told, it's pretty much risk-free. All right, guys, back to Connecticut.
Yeah, because you getting on my fucking nerves.
You guys want to go to a bando?
Yeah, we gotta go to the bando.
Yeah, sure, let's do it.
And you got your ski bag.
The boys said they wanted to take me to an abandoned house where they like to hang out while skipping school. At this point, I realized just how young these kids may be. After all, only 15-year-olds like to hang out at abandoned houses. I haven't hung out at an abandoned house since I was 15. I prefer to stay away from abandoned houses. Abandoned houses are where you go when you want to hide from your parents.
I'm gonna sit up there.
Okay, cool. Look at your damn ski. You ain't never hanging. Oh. Damn, you gonna hey, goofy ass.
Kind of like where you guys kick it at?
Yeah, we just be chilling here. It's a little Kia trap house for me.
One thing I wanted to ask them about was role models. It seems cliche, but at this point in your life, 16, 17, before you turn 18, is when having a strong male role model can really make a transformative impact on your life and keep you from becoming a degenerate adult. By guiding you with basic pieces of wisdom, like jail sucks, and you are 100% headed there if you do not change course. Like, probably really soon. Assuming these kids are underage, which I think they are, they've only been prosecuted thus far in the juvenile court system, which in Connecticut is very forgiving, and typically recommends behavioral treatment and mandatory GPS monitoring for children charged with
mama had to come get
so long
your
as
ass.
nobody was hit with the vehicle and there was no guns found in the car, juvie time is almost never recommended. But the moment any of these kids turn 18, the theft of a single Kia upgrades to a Class D felony, which is punishable by up to 5 years in state prison, which is a bad place to be for a 110-pound 18-year-old.
Who were some of your role models like looking up to as a kid?
I spent a lot of time with my granddad.
What was he like?
He was mad chill. My grandfather used to literally just sit in the garage all day. I go pop my tire, try to do some hot shit, come back to granddad like, yo, I need a new tube again. Like,
is he still around?
Nah.
Damn, I'm sorry to hear that, bro.
Nah, I'd be chilling for real.
Do you remember the last thing you said to him?
Yeah, it was I love you. And it was crazy. It was like, I left that night and for me, got that call. I was like, damn.
What do you think he'd want for your life?
Facts.
He probably looking at me right now telling me stop jugging like you tweaking, shorty.
You tweak, yeah, you bullshitting.
Shit, granddad, you gotta see how grandma doing. I'm about to make this bread.
Come on, man.
What about you, man? You had any role models growing up?
I helped my granddaddy while he
really,
died. Not finna disrespect him like that by doing some bullshit.
Yeah. He not really no role model. I don't fuck with that nigga for real.
Has he tried to reach out to you like since you're getting older? And
Nah, yeah, I talked to him a little bit, but still.
I've had homies whose dads are kind of like popping in and out. Whenever they get to be like 17, 18, they try and reach back out and like explain, oh, I couldn't be there for you because I had all this shit going on. Did you guys had any conversation like that?
Yeah, bro, that shit like that's a main conversation for everybody and their father that haven't been around for a minute. Feel me? That's their go-to sentence.
It's kind of 50-50, you know, like some friends of mine have said, okay, I forgive you, I just want you back in my life now. And the others say, nah, fuck that, you weren't around, like stay away from me.
Yeah.
Which one do you think you fall into?
I'm the second one for sure, feel me?
Yeah.
Like, fuck that nigga.
Mud thicker than blood, you know what I'm saying?
Do you guys see yourselves as like a family?
Yeah, definitely. These my brothers.
How you not brothers? If you're risking your freedom, you're risking your life with each other. You gotta depend on him to drive, make sure you don't mac. You gotta depend on him, do whatever, you know what I'm saying? Whatever you doing in the moment.
Y'all
How important is loyalty in your life?
That's the most important.
What do you think really measures loyalty among friends?
Sometimes even being out here isn't enough. Like, you need to really be in situations. Like, sometimes it really takes being in cuffs to see what the fuck is gonna happen.
That's why struggle's not always such a bad thing sometimes, because it really builds character and shows you who's real.
A
lot of these people, they got money, but they don't really got friends.
Get rid of
like
him,
you,
though. He gonna
you know
snitch on y'all.
Like, if you don't understand how we came up, what we came from, and like what we do,
Kia boys,
then you can't, like, you're not gonna understand us. Like, you feel me? Like,
we don't understand y'all, my nigga.
But
Trust
our come
me.
up is us.
But get rid of that motherfucking white
Alright,
boy.
shit, you guys want to get down?
Yeah.
Cause that's bullshit. He gonna snitch on y'all ass.
Alright. Cuisine.
You ain't far from 18.
The most overlooked, underutilized purpose of Channel 5
I'm out.
programming. But
Catch
boy,
y'all on
do
the
we love
next
to
one.
eat sometimes.
Stay
And
blessed,
today,
stay prayed
we're at
up.
Frank Pepe's
Seven gonna catch y'all
Pizzeria
on the next one.
Napolitana.
We're at fucking
Yes,
Frank
sir.
Pepe's with it, New Haven, Connecticut, pizza capital of the world. They told us to go to Sally's. We're not going to Sally's, we're going to Pepe's.
As I entered the restaurant, I could already smell the maritime aroma of Atlantic Ocean clams being shucked to perfection. That's because this place is known for their white clam pizza, a wood-fired, mouth-watering delicacy that can only be found in New Haven.
It's a whole family of clams on a piece of pizza.
Embalmed in grated pecorino romano and oregano flakes, the family of clams is dusted in the perfect amount of flora, with no fauna, which is a nice touch, but the spices undermine the garlic.
7 out of 10.
Came about the woods just like a hermit. If a tree falls down, I'll be the only one who hurt. What was that? All the bee stings, so I know I'm not allergic. And the game warden always asking for my fishing permit. They bogus.
High 8s, 9. I mean, the clam is a little weird, but it's pretty new.
Before I could even digest my pizza Napolitana, I got a call from Kevin Morse, the Kia boy hunter himself, who wanted to take me along on a mission to drone a drug dealer, a regular pastime of his, where he terrifies local trappers by air by deploying a DJI drone above their stash houses. I was in. I met Kevin Morse in a nondescript parking lot on the outskirts of New Haven and entered his patrol car, which was stocked up with Monster energy drinks, vape juice, and of course, a miniature samurai sword.
Because I live by the sword and I die by the sword. So I will die before I stop on team media and whatever we're trying to do with the fentanyl and all that.
I could have ripped it harder, but this thing will put salt on vaping in a sub-on tank.
What defines droning a drug dealer?
Well, somebody sends us a message, basically with an address and a description, vehicle, whatever it is. And then we get to the area, deploy the drone, and try to lay eyes on it. And the psychological games that the drones play with these people, it's insane. They've told me it makes them crazy.
So to clarify, the plan here, we're gonna fly a drone into the sky.
Yep.
And we're about a block and a half from like a drug dealer stash house, or?
Potentially, at least where they're trapping out of.
Has this led to any like successful arrests before?
I'm just gonna say yes. You know, depending on what they're doing, maybe we'll fly the drone right by them. This drone is very loud and intimidating when you hear it. When they see it, they know we're around, and I'm sure it throws them for a loop. All right. Yep, straight. All right. Slow down. Can you go to the right, Ernest? All right, look, this is where I want to see if we can spot any dealers here. Let's see. Back up a little, because you are... All right, there's the highway. Yep, that's good. Now turn. Look down at the street, because I'm looking, see if you can spot anybody. Oh, here's the store right here. Okay. So this is another spot right here. So this is how good of a job we've done, because they're nowhere right now.
Unfortunately, Kevin failed to locate any drug dealers, but it's okay. A for effort. Anyways, whenever night fell, I wanted to call Swervo to see what they were doing.
Where are you guys at?
Oh, we're in Milford.
Oh, I'm in Milford right now too.
Yeah, we're just trying to find a good location.
A good location to get a V?
Yeah.
Swervo told me to meet him at the Milford McDonald's and pulled up shortly after in the blue Mazda from earlier and told me to get in. Assuming the car was probably stolen, I threw my shiesty on and got in the back seat. Pretty immediately, he began driving erratically, swerving between lanes and truly living up to his name as we headed toward the state highway.
It's all good.
He poked his head out the window and began scanning the roads for cops. They said they'd had the car for over a week now, and after being reported as a stolen car to the local police, it was getting hotter and hotter to drive by the day. No less than 2 minutes into our drive, I began to hear police sirens. Perhaps naively, I assumed the Kia boys would just pull over and try to talk their way out of it, but no. Swervo dipped onto a service road and hit the gas, approaching 110 miles per hour.
I got it on the highway.
He turned off the lights already.
Yeah, I know.
By some stroke of luck, the cops stopped pursuing us. I'm not sure why. By this point, my adrenaline is pumping. Time seems to move in hyperspeed, but also slow motion at the same time.
They're not chasing.
I start to understand why the Kia boys like doing this. It's a special feeling to successfully outrun the cops in a high-speed chase.
Had to turn my life all the way up. Had to turn my swag all the way up. Had to turn the bag all the way up. If it's smoke, then it's all the way up.
We drive to the suburbs of New Haven, and Swervo tells me they're gonna steal some Vs. At this point, I feel that I'm in a little bit too deep. I mean, it's one thing to get in the back seat of a potentially stolen car, but to actually accompany someone while they steal a Kia seemed a little bit too far. So I had to think fast. How can I get this footage without being an accomplice to a Class D felony? I decided to give my handycam to Swervo's homie, who said he'd film their mission and give me the footage, and I'd follow close behind in my camera crew's rental car. As a disclaimer, Channel 5 does not condone, endorse, or promote auto theft or car burglary. Viewer discretion is advised. Swervo begins his mission by locating a Hyundai.
Yeah.
He shatters the passenger window with a special tool and clears the broken glass with his bare hands. Using a flathead screwdriver, he disables the lock cylinder, then goes to put a cheap USB cord into the ignition.
I think it's got the update.
He says the car is a dud. The driver recently installed the anti-theft software update. They had to find something else. Just a few cars down, he locates a 2010 Kia Forte and starts all over. After successfully activating the engine with a USB cord, Swervo's on the move, and I'm following close behind, genuinely curious as to what his plan is. Swervo begins driving as fast as he possibly can, then comes to a stop and tells me it's time to turn up.
Alright, let's turn up.
Get the liquor lights, fake right, nigga, bust last, safety come first, but for real, nigga, fuck a bell, bitch in the back of the car and she shaking eyes. Can't draw, don't get to saying that cause I'ma do the Smith.
He kicks things into high gear, swerving erratically from left to right, like a madman, hitting breakneck speeds down residential streets, in a nauseating frenzy that lasted probably 45 minutes. After that, Swervo led us back to the highway and appeared to be trying to shake us. He later told me that we were making it too hot for them, somehow, and so got off at the nearest exit, headed to God knows where. A few minutes later, he called to tell me the Kia ran out of gas at a random intersection, so he abandoned the car and fled on foot.
No, it's all good.
We located the car near a cul-de-sac in Milford. Thankfully, it was recovered by Connecticut police, and we're told was reunited successfully with its owner the next morning. I went back to my hotel that night feeling a bit puzzled. I mean, Swervo essentially just risked his freedom for a 45-minute joyride, and even if he'd been able to get the car back to the hood to resell it, he only would have gotten $100.
Kia, you only getting $100 in the hood for that shit, $50, that's it.
Yeah, somebody want to slide in that shit.
I mean, that is so stupid. But this leads me to a deeper question. What kind of environments facilitate this antisocial criminal behavior, where consequences seem obsolete? I mean, there's no noble Robin Hood alibi behind stealing a Kia or a Hyundai, like there might be if you were, I don't know, living in the slums and stealing Bugattis or Lamborghinis from billionaires or something. Kia is like Honda. It's a working class, fuel-efficient car. And so this type of crime is all around just shitty and sad. For the victims, it leads to a collapse in social trust, which is the glue of a community.
I've been a wreck for 3 weeks. I don't eat, I don't sleep, I'm afraid to leave my house. My sense of safety is gone, my sense of security.
And for the perpetrators, it reflects a deep personal alienation and a hopeless search for status, meaning, camaraderie, and social media fame in a world without guidance.
Nigga, we're the biggest on IG.
Hell yeah, CT up, you know what I'm saying? You know what we did, bro.
Y'all know what's going on.
You know what I'm saying? You gotta remember us.
In a way, I kind of understand. All kids from every walk of life like to fuck around and get in trouble when they're teenagers. But for the Kia boys, this teenage chapter may unfortunately define the rest of their lives. Assuming they're 16 or 17, they only have about a year or a year and a half until they're going to be charged as adults for the same crimes. And so the likelihood and the window for a retro bill style intervention is very slim. Which is sad. I'd like to think that all human beings are not inherently bad, and even the worst among us are just healing unmet needs in some way. But I also know that some people are just shitty and view temporary personal gain as more important than the suffering of a total stranger. But that being said, in my personal interactions, the Kia boys didn't strike me as total sociopaths. In fact, they display a great deal of empathy for their own family members and also for each other.
Mud thicker than blood, you know what I'm saying?
These my brothers.
Yeah.
And so it's more likely that their personal alienation doesn't come as a result of a deep sadistic desire to cause pain to others, but rather environmental factors. The morning after our mission, I went to go visit the Kia boys in the housing projects in Bridgeport where they spend their time. A 36-building, government-built plaza of identical residential apartments called the Trumbull Gardens. Nobody there was above 25. There was no parents, no uncles, no moms, no grandmas, just youth. Every 45 minutes or so, the screeching tires of a fresh Kia can be heard driving into the gardens.
Look at them little motherfuckers.
Yo!
Somewhere in this mix is Swervo and the other Kia boys, who have cars for sale for $100.
Do your research, do your research,
In addition to cars for sale, there's also items inside these cars that are being pawned off. In a recently stolen Kia, there were DVD copies found of the Hangover trilogy and the movie Into the Wild, both going for about $20 a piece. Despite obvious differences in music, fashion sense, and of course, slang, it's safe to say that this environment isn't unique. Every government housing project in America and the mentality it produces is virtually the same. Us against the world, get out by any means. But the roadblocks of financial illiteracy, the psychic influence of hyper-violent drill music, and the lasting legacies of mass incarceration and residential segregation have led to the genesis of a drastically misled generation who believe the only way out is petty crime or like rapping. The most popular rapper out of the Trumbull Gardens is a rapper named QB.
Dead niggas. All I smoke is dead niggas. All I see is dead niggas. All I smell is dead niggas. Rest in peace, yo, dead niggas. Fuck with all this Facebook shit, cause I heard what he said. Niggas be jazzing, they see me in person, they ducking like they owe me bread.
I know these kind of lyrics are common, but if you think about what he's saying, it's actually pretty fucked up and sad. Anyways, while the motivations of the Kia boys were becoming relatively obvious, one thing I was even more curious about were the motivations behind Kia boy hunter Kevin Morse. I mean, what would cause a 40-something-year-old man to insert himself as a vigilante in the world of Connecticut teenage crime?
He thinks he's a cop. He think he a cop, like you was a weirdo. You like a Kia boy hunter for real life.
Fuck that nigga and his birthday.
Can you tell us a little bit about your past?
Yeah, so, I was born in Milford, and around 8-9 years old, I have an older brother that was starting to experiment with substance, alcohol, weed, cigarettes. So at 8-9 years old, I was smoking weed, smoking cigarettes, and when I was 11, I had gotten alcohol poisoning, 6th grade, which is, looking back, just kind of crazy thinking of that. When I was a teenager, playing sports, I caught an injury and was prescribed some Vicodin, which I really loved at the time. And it just kind of spiraled into dealing drugs, doing and dealing drugs. That's pretty much all I did from, 10 years old to 24. I was stealing a lot from people that care about me, hurting the people closest to me. Some would say that I probably got some people hooked on pills back then, so we could do bad shit together. Eventually, after about a dozen charges, I had to go do some time. I was sentenced to serve 8 months in jail. I paroled out and pretty much hit the ground running. I mean, I've never looked back, only for growth. And I became a recovery coach. I participated in opening a 18 to 25-year-old intensive outpatient program where I worked at for a couple years. And then all these parents that we started a support group with kept pushing me to start my own business.
It all began to make sense. Kevin is a 12-step recovery guy who got clean through the program and left a life of drugs and crime behind to pursue a life of service, which is the third pillar of the NA and AA recovery model. Kevin mentioned that he himself got people hooked on pills so they could do bad shit together, something he obviously feels a lot of remorse for.
I was stealing a lot from people that care about me, hurting the people closest to me.
The 9th step of the program is to make amends, which means recognizing harm done in the past and trying to repair it. But for those who've dealt drugs and possibly ruined the lives of others, that's not always possible. Many of Kevin's customers, I'm assuming, are now dead. So the program has an alternative avenue called Living Amends, where you take contrary action and make amends by doing the complete opposite of the bad things that you used to do, in an effort to achieve karmic balance in the eyes of a higher power. In a sense, it seems that Kevin's passion for crime fighting is informed by his own guilty conscience, which thankfully is something he's honest and open about.
That's part of the reason I do what I do, because I feel like I'm always going to be in debt to society for a lot of the crap and shit that I did, right? That I didn't get caught for or whatever. So doing the stuff that I can do with On Scene Media and Lyft, really helps me give back and, heal from the past, I guess you could say.
Do you feel like your experience in jail was able to rehabilitate you?
100%.
So in terms of your kind of long-term sobriety, what do you think's like the main factor that has made it so you've been able to maintain sobriety for so long?
Exposure, putting myself out there. I don't fix what's not broken, so I've always kind of worn my addiction and recovery on my sleeve.
Do you think you would have been a Kia boy?
Hell yeah. Absolutely. At 12, 13 years old, if this was the way things were, absolutely we would have been stealing Kias and Hyundais.
Channel 5 Live, World
Fuck the authority, Channel 5 News.
Channel 55. We don't fuck with custers. And 5 is the best number.
Fuck that nigga and his birthday.